Hello everyone, this is Suzanne Knabe-Nicole from Police Science Doctor with your weekly dose of police science snippets. These snippets are golden nuggets of research and scientific information that has just been published in the fields of police science, investigative psychology, evidence-based policing, and related fields. I go through a lot of recently released findings every week and recently released articles and try to find ones that are somehow something you can put into practice straight away. So I'm trying to sift through all the ones that are about methodology, that are very niche, that are questioning health issues and correlations. These are all very important things, but I try to find those that are of practical applicability, very tangible to law enforcement practitioners such as yourselves. So I then select 3 and I put them out on social media as I'm doing now. And I also send them straight into your inbox with a link to the original research article every Tuesday. So if you want to get that, you can simply join the Police Science Doctor email list, which is completely free to do. And you'll get these snippets every Tuesday into your email inbox. You'll also get sent the password to access the read page on the Police Science Doctor website, on which you can see all the previous 275 PDFs, or there's 276 with this one, PDFs with 3 snippets each. And obviously I can't cater to all of your professions every week because there's so many of you, but you can go through that library of PDFs and see which ones are relevant to your particular role. So snippets I've got this week. The first one is about maternity in policing. This study found declining mental health support across the maternity stages. Supervisor discretion, termed the supervisor lottery, emerged as a critical factor with inconsistent communication, marginalization of flexible working, and organizational silence during maternity leave and undermining inclusion and engagement. Positive early-stage support predicted stronger perceptions of post-maternity work-life balance. Very important. I'll say that again. Positive early-stage support predicted stronger perceptions of post-maternity work-life balance, mental health, and access to opportunities. However, flexible workers reported poorer access to professional development, suggesting persistent structural biases. Women experiencing weaker organizational support were more likely to report altered career aspirations. So we're losing women in policing by not supporting them not supporting them well enough in their maternity journey, starting in pregnancy already. Very, very important issue because we need more women in policing. We know that having female police officers is just makes policing better. We have fewer complaints, greater victim satisfaction, less use of force, for example, and better outcomes overall. So that was about maternity in policing. And actually, this week is the first week that I can recall where all 3 articles are open access, which means you can click on the link I sent you and you can read the entire article. Most of them are behind a subscription wall, so unless your organization or you yourself have a subscription to the publisher, which is beyond my control, I'm afraid, you're only able to read the abstract, which is a summary of what the research found. But in this week, you can read all 3 articles. The second snippet is about organizational injustice and depolicing. Depolicing refers to perceived decline in police engagement, particularly in proactive enforcement. Research suggests that overall police activity remains relatively stable and that only a minority of officers report reducing their own interventions, raising questions about the origins of disengagement narratives. This research identifies 3 interrelated dynamics associated with radical disengagement. 1, employer-initiated internal investigations that constrain blame externalization and disrupt occupational solidarity. So people in the police feeling wrongly investigated, for example. 2, precautionary administrative measures that produce stigmatization and isolation. And 3, disciplinary responses to morally framed proactive practices, often interpreted as noble cause corruption. The research concludes that radical depolicing is rooted less in external scrutiny than in perceived organizational injustice. So this has been coming up over and over again in police research, that the way that officers feel unsupported by their own organization is actually more traumatic than the events that they encounter in their day-to-day policing life. And it goes with the first point as well about maternity and policing. How we look after our officers really impacts how well they police, and retention. And we're having a problem with retention at the moment. The third snippet is about motivational interviewing. Motivational interviewing is an evidence-based approach used in a broad range of social and health-related settings to enhance personal motivation for change. Motivational interviewing demonstrated promising results in reducing substance use and recidivism, particularly after 3 or more sessions. So motivational interviewing has been used a lot in therapeutic settings to increase success with coming off alcohol and other substances. But here it has been also tested with people who have offended, and substance use and offending are very much linked. So it has been found here that this can be used in a criminal justice setting as well, which is very promising. Okay, so these were the 3 snippets for this week. Before I let you go, I just want to show you this promo video. So the Police Science Doctor magazine is coming out shortly. There's some more edits that are being done by the graphics designer, which takes a lot of time. But watch this space. Thank you for watching. I hope you found this content useful. You can get access to each episode's transcript with key learning points, timestamps, and references if you get yourself onto my mailing list. Just go to the main website on policesciencedoctor.com, and on the bottom of each page you will find a sign-up form for notifications of new content. Just enter your first name, your preferred email address, and the type of organization you work for. You will not get any spam. This is just for me to let you know about new content and for you to get access to all the transcripts.